Hello, it's me again. You keep asking for these videos, so don't blame me. By far, the most popular, or that causes the most comments and views, undoubtedly is workshop engineering topics. But this is just one facet of my interests. I'm no engineer at all. That's not my trade, and it's just merely, as I say, one facet of an interest. I could quite easily talk about social issues. I'm a very firm believer that there's a ticking time bomb going to go off. It's actually ticking now, this is my opinion, as a result of current issues, not just in this country, but globally, with crime and terrorism and all sorts of factors that seems to be changing society. I'm dead certain there's going to be a big bang. Anyway, you didn't click on this to hear me talk about that, I'm sure, so I'll inflict that on somebody else, another classification. So okay, tools, engineering. As I say, it's not my trade, but I'll have a waffle. Swaging, I'm going to talk about swaging, deforming of various metals to make either electrical or mechanical connection. You're all aware of the little tiny electrical things, spades, sockets, little eyes and things that on automotive, and you squash them up with tools similar to that. Well, that's swaging on a small scale. It's electrical work, but it's swaging nevertheless. There's bigger fittings. Something like that would, one there looks even larger, would require even larger swaging tools. Something like this. And this is handy in that you can adjust the end to the size of the lug you're trying to do. But it doesn't stop there. We have a bigger pair here. These are quite nice. These work on that principle. And these are quite nice in that, I've got to open them up now, haven't I? That by pushing that, you can open it further. By pushing that, you can dial up the size of ferrule you want to squash, which is quite nice. But that's still electrical. When we come to mechanical deforming of metals, such as these small ferrules, where's my camera? We can produce that type of thing, thin rigging wire and what have you. And the tool that does that, same principle, is him. That's pretty good, but it's small fry when we want to produce something even larger. If we wanted to produce 3/8 standing rigging and we wanted to squash that ferrule, we would need to have a lot more oomph. Where's that gone? Over here. So I made that up. And here we have a 5.5 ton jack, and that sits in there, and then the dies sit between the jack and the thing's tightened down, and we pump the hydraulic handle, and we end up getting that fitting. Okay. This is my Edwards fly press. Fly presses not only can be used for punching holes in sheet metal, folding, but they can also be used for swaging and for metal forming in general, depending on the type of tooling that you set up for the job. Okay, well, here's a collection of bits and bobs sorted out, one or two bits and pieces I've made, jigs and tools, but still on the swaging sort of theme. I use the word swaging in the light sense. The formation of shapes by tools, by force, I suppose. That isn't a good definition, but I know what I mean. If we put that shape in a pipe, I think I showed this on my last video with him, or one like that, smaller, a form of swaging. If we bell out the end of that piece of pipe for plumbing work, brake pipes for automobiles, that sort of thing, we could use a tool like that. That's a brake pipe, little swager. But this is rather nice in that undoes and these little turrets turn. So you can select what size of pipe you want and then it's done up, and then the application of turning that drives a cone into the end of the pipe and puts you a bell end in the end of the pipe. I suppose you could call that swaging. There's lots of tools like that. I picked this up the other day. Anybody know what it is? I didn't know. And the guy who sold it to me didn't know. I think I paid £1 for it. It's very well constructed. I've had lots of ideas. Someone said it's for plumbing. Somebody says it's for pushing ball joints apart in the garage industry. I'm not really convinced of any of them. The reason for that is this is very heavy cast iron. The threads are very, very fine, and this is quite a long handle. So the idea obviously is to impart quite a bit of force. Now this has a hole at the end, but the hole has been machined out, it's highly polished, and it's tapered. It's tapered in that direction. The end of the plunger part also has a, can I show it that way? Yeah, yes of course I can. Also has a hole in it. So I'm not sure what that is. What does it say? Something England. Rowent. Proant? It's a job to see in the casting, and I got the wrong glasses on. JWR. Well, I suppose I could look it up on the internet, but who would like to hazard a guess? Tell you next time when I find out. Okay, what have we got swaging wise? No, that's not a swager. Ah, do you know what that is? Yes, I do. It's for removing links in a chain, bicycle work, motorbikes. Of course, going back a bit. All sorts of things in here. Ah! That shouldn't come in. Isn't that dinky? Look at that. That's I was going to say pin vise. No, it's not a pin vise. It's just a little hand vise. Don't know how it got in there. Should be in my clock stuff. I thought that would have been more than right, but it's not. But isn't that beautiful? Look at how accurate and square those jaws go. Hey? You won't get that at B&Q. Anyway, put that aside. Over there. Okay, I'll draw this video to a close and talk another time on the various stuffs I've got here. I've been looking at my statistics on the videos I've put up, and the number of minutes a video lasts for and the number of minutes that the people watch it don't correlate. So I can only assume that some have got short attention spans, or I'm going on too long, or something else. So I'll say thank you for your company, and we'll see you again soon.